Hey, Chris Jenkins, credentialed member of the media, covering the Carolina Panthers for Charlotte Vibe, aka Man of the People, because I enjoy working for the fans of the Carolina Panthers. Here to give you a few updates as the Carolina Panthers are getting yet one day closer to their big Monday night matchup against the New Orleans Saints here in Charlotte. I think the game time is 7:15-ish. I'll verify, but of course, be sure to tune in to our pregame live show featuring myself, Andre Cassidy, and then, as always, for the home games, our special guest, Rashad of Panther Nation Podcast, will be joining us as well. So just want to get you up to date on a few things. Number one, yesterday we talked about the injury of offensive lineman Brady Christensen, and at the time of my report, information that I had was only that he would miss the 4 games. But things changed quickly, and the amount of time that he's going to be out is actually for the season. It's been reported he's going to be out for the season. So no Brady Christensen for the season. No J.C. Horn for quite a while. A lot of things that need to be worked on and adjusted to. So this game against the New Orleans Saints for your boy is going to be huge. It's going to be very telling for me if this is going to be still a rebuild with the franchise quarterback and Bryce Young. Is it going to be a painful first year rebuild? Or will it still be some games that have some excitement to it, kind of rebuild? Some people may say a rebuild period is no fun, but just wanted to give more perspective. And that perspective, I will have more of an idea after Monday, because there's a lot of things that I'm looking at, but that's not what this video is about. Let me give some shout outs because you guys have been on it. I appreciate it. Chris Johnson is jumped on. He is a member of the site. Join the channel. Hope that you'll consider doing so. Just scroll up, you'll see it right beneath the video on YouTube, an option to join the channel as a supporter. You get that special asterisk by your name, or verified logo by your name, so we can know who you are and make sure that we, give you a little bit more attention because you're financially contributing to our channel, which we need and appreciate. What's going on, Chris? Appreciate you very much. And then another way to definitely get our attention is doing this right here. Super chats. There's various dollars amount that you can do. Charlie, appreciate the super chat very much. What's going on with you? So let's go ahead and get you some more updates about this Carolina Panthers team. So again, that first item was that Brady Christensen out for the season. Brady Christensen with the bicep out for the season. Now let's go ahead and talk about the big thing, which was the title of this video. And that is that we signed cornerback Sam Webb. And just for a second, I have flashbacks of a man, Joe Webb. Joe Webb, what's going on with you? If you want to know what Joe Webb has been up to, he has been a darn good fighter. I think down in the Texas area. I forget exactly, but he's a boxer now, and he's doing pretty well. So that's a little tidbit that I didn't expect to give, but I thought about when I saw the name Sam Webb. So let's go ahead and talk about Sam Webb for a second so you guys can be familiar with Sam. He was an undrafted rookie that was signed last year by the Las Vegas Raiders. And playing with the Raiders, he was assigned, made the 53-man roster, then went on to play in 17 games for the Raiders. Nothing spectacular. He had 36 tackles and 1 forced fumble and had 3 pass deflections. But he was then waived as in not making the roster this year for the Raiders, but then signed back to their practice squad. So we have signed Sam Webb off of the Las Vegas Raiders practice squad. We have signed him to our 53-man roster. Just to give you a little bit of dimensions on this guy, measurables by this guy: 6 feet tall, 202 pounds, runs a 4.48 40, and we need some depth. We definitely need some depth at that cornerback position with J.C. Horn being out. Also be on the lookout for a quick interview I did with C.J. Henderson and talking with him today. I'm not going to play that for you today, but that is something that will be forthcoming if you tune in to our show on Monday. See some questions coming through. I will try to touch on those before I get off of here. A few other things. Tyrique Cohen. You guys were asking questions about Tyrique yesterday. Running back for now the Carolina Panthers. He signed to the practice squad. This guy, in my opinion, is really more of a special teams candidate than he is to come in and make an impact as a running back. Chris Tabor, special teams coach, spoke with us today and said that, number one, he feels a little responsible for the injuries that Tyrique has had. So for those who may not know, Tyrique had, what was the exact injury? See if I can say the injury correctly here. He had an ACL injury that he sustained in 2020. And he sustained that injury in a game that Tabor was a part of, and he said he felt responsible because he's a special teams coach, and he hurt himself on a punt return, and he's been out for a couple of years. So this is his attempt to come back here with the Carolina Panthers, signed yesterday. There's no timetable for how soon that he's going to be on the field. There's no timetable of 1 week, 3 weeks, no timetable for that. The cool thing for Tyrique is that he's a North Carolina product. He went to school up in Greensboro at North Carolina A&T, and he was, I don't think I have his born, but yeah, he went to school up the street in Greensboro. And I really feel like, from what he was saying in his interview yesterday, that he still is very, very close to North Carolina for his local ties. Sorry, I thought I had it. But he was born in Bunn, North Carolina. I'm not sure what that is. But nevertheless, Tabor also mentioned that, I think he said in about 2017-ish, 2018, he was the last guy to have over 400 yards and punt returns. So some good possibilities there if he is indeed able to continue to recover. Now, last year we did something like this with an experiment that went pretty bad. Anybody want to guess what the experiment is that I'm going to talk about? Drum roll. Who did we experiment with last year at special teams? That was an older guy that I think he ended up playing maybe a couple games, but he was hurt pretty much 90% of the season. So Andre Roberts. We had Andre Roberts, the veteran special teams guy, came here and just never really got on the field. So a little bit different in that Tyrique is a lot younger. He's only 28. He's not fresh young, like 24, but he's not mid-30s, okay? So that's a good thing potentially for his recovery and potential impact on this Carolina Panthers team. Let me see. There's somebody. Brandon Ward got it. He said Andre Roberts. But I think you could have guessed that after I'd already said his name. I don't know if you beat the buzzer or not on that. And let me see if I got a few more notes for today. If I don't, then I'll try to take a question or two from you all before I skedaddle off of here. Yeah, so that's all that I had for the most part. Was not a lot of good news. I wouldn't say good news. Was not a lot of news coming out of the Panthers today. Got a chance to go into the locker room, and man, things are different now in terms of when we get a chance to go into the locker rooms. We go into the locker room to talk with the players before they go to practice. I don't like that too much. It just seems like they're always going to be getting ready to go to practice and not want to talk too long. I'm just telling you how I feel. I don't know if that's how they feel, but wasn't able to get much information from those guys today. So we'll continue to work at it and get any questions answered that you all may have. Let's go ahead and try to get through some of these questions here. D Money is excited. Jason Baxter is excited. Casey Pamplin just started. Nice. I normally come in about halfway. Casey, you made it this time. You did not make it halfway through. You made it right at the very beginning. D Money says it's early. Don't go doom and gloom yet. I'm just going to give you what I feel like are facts for you to decide how you feel. If you feel like it's gloom, then you feel like it's gloom. I just like to I like to set some expectations, if you will, based on my research. And Monday, I will have a lot more information to say, this is where we're going. Because right now, I can tell you where I'm leaning towards. I need to see some changes. I don't need to see necessarily a victory. I always want to see a victory. But I need to see some changes. And if I don't see those changes, then I'm going to say, man, it may be a little bit tougher of a season that we had hoped. I feel like a lot of people out there felt like a 8-win-ish season was within reach. It may be less than that, depending on what we see this coaching staff do and adjust for on Monday. Appreciate it. D-Money. Maybe the offensive line needed a shakeup. We picked up some hog mollies. We hadn't picked up anybody on the offensive line, though. Tyrone Green, hey Chris, thanks for your feedback. I'm always here to give feedback. And also someone reached out to me recently about coming on to their YouTube channel to work with them. I don't mind at all. You can reach out to me pretty easily. My email address, cjenkins@charlottevibe.com. Send me a comment. For those who may want me to appear on their YouTube show, I have no problems as long as we can make it fit within my schedule. Easiest times are during business hours, but I try to do what I can at any time for anyone that's watching the channel and likes what I say. What's going on, Master Blenders? I think we got a super chat that I need to scroll down and get to. My man Charlie. Charlie says, just want to say keep up the hard work. And yes, sometimes it's pretty hard, but I love it, right? So a lot of times when you're doing something that you love, it's not too bad, but I'll admit, here's a quick, I didn't expect to be talking about this kind of thing. Each week, as I get more and more committed to bringing a lot of good content, my to-do list gets longer. And sometimes I'm like, good gracious, I didn't know I'm going to have all this stuff to do. But the reason that I'm motivated to do it is because I get a lot of positive feedback from you all. And I just want to, honestly, keep being a really good resource. I want to keep being able to say man of the people. And I know I can't be man of the people if I'm not getting answers for you all, if I'm not being more educated about things that are going on to tell that and share that information with you, if I'm not having sources. So the hard work comment, I appreciate, and we will continue to work hard myself. Doing this the most, but Andre Cassidy, my co-host, does a good job. Send me some questions today to do Ask in the Locker Room. And our photographer, Patrick Snyder, if you haven't seen the photographs, they're awesome. Let me see if I can quickly show you guys some photographs from the last week. Some people may laugh. I'm on a Mac, which I've had for about a year now. I still haven't become a pro at going around and finding things quickly. So I'm gonna see if I can quickly find something, but I may not and have to show you on a different show. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not going to quickly find it, I don't think. Yeah, I can't quickly find it and don't want to waste y'all's time, but Charlie, appreciate it, Charlie, appreciate it. All right, let me pick one more question before I get out of here. Got an important event tonight that I need to go to. Date night. Me and the wife get date night. And one thing that you'll see when following this channel is I'm a personable person. Our baby is due in just about a month now. So we're trying to get in a few more of these date nights while we can, because it'll be a lot more difficult the first early month of the baby. The Jenkins family will be having our first baby girl that will be added to the family. So we currently have 3 boys, and we're going to be wrapping it up with a daughter. All right, so let me see if I can get to this. Tyrone Green, I would like for Thomas Brown to take over play calling duties over Frank Wright. So people have talked about that, and for me, yeah, there's going to be a difference when 2 people are calling plays. Naturally expect to have 2 different brains. They think 2 different ways. I'm not so much yet on the Thomas Brown has to take over the play calling as much as I am the play calling needs to change. Again, this video wasn't going to be in depth in talking about that, but that's my response is I don't feel like Frank has to stop calling it, but I feel like it needs to change. The play calling needs to change to really put your current players with the best opportunity to succeed. Currently, the current play calling is not giving those players the best opportunity to succeed. They're not terrible, but we have some issues, and we need the play calling to cover up those issues. So I appreciate that. Comment or question coming from you, Casey. Brandon Ward with the congratulations. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you very much. Casey with the congratulations. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's about to be a different world at my house with having a baby girl and the wife being pregnant. But we won't miss a beat. Just know that if somewhere around mid-October you see Andre holding down these daily updates, it's because your boy's had his baby girl. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. I need some ideas on how to give away this Carolina Panthers merchandise. I need some ideas. I haven't figured it out yet. I showed you all in the video from Monday. We want to reach 10,000 subscribers, and the reason is the bigger that we grow, the more that we can do, the easier it is to get players and coaches on the show. And we really want to get to 10,000 subscribers. Right now, we are, I think, at about 8,200, 8,300. So we need almost a couple thousand more. So I thought, what better way than to give you all a little motivation, aside from the great content that we're trying to do, or that we are doing, is to give away Carolina Panthers merchandise. So leave some comments. How should I give it away? It's going to be random, and you have to be a subscriber. Beyond that, I haven't figured it out, and I want to do it every week. I may do more surprise giveaways during the week, but I definitely want to do it once a week. Leave your ideas in the comments. For Chris Jenkins, for Charlotte Vibe, I'm Chris Jenkins. Thanks for watching.